Outdoor Addicts. In this episode of Up North Outdoor Madness, we're going to share with you how we baited and harvested my first black bear ever. The two biggest factors with bear hunting is your location and food. We narrowed it down to this location using every hunter's favorite tool, the trail camera.
We weren't trying to bait or get pictures of bears as early in the summer as we did. This was actually meant to be strictly a whitetail food plot since we had such nice back 40 wildlife clover in there. But all of a sudden we had bears hitting this location long before season since it holds everything a bear wants. Water for hydration, salt block for minerals. The swamp is actually a perfect natural funnel. So come late August when we started baiting, they have it all. And with bears already hitting this location frequently and no good bucks on camera, it was an easy choice for a bait station.
Day 2 of bear hunting. We haven't seen nothing yet. Hopefully we see something tonight. We've had a bear coming in the morning. So we're hoping if anything, we don't see anything tonight, we'll see him tomorrow morning. Popping some popcorn, get some extra smell out there. We are on day 3 of bear hunting. Sickest thing though. Okay, first night, we thought we seen nothing. It was about 6:45 when we were looking at the trail cams, or the pictures or whatever. It was 6:45 and what do you know? The bear was out there when we were in the deer stand. I don't know what to say, so maddening. I don't know how we didn't see him. He was just a quick in and out. All it was a butt shot of him, but very maddening.
So we're popping some popcorn. We're gonna head back out there. It's about 1 o'clock. Yeah, as Steph said, he snuck in there. It had to have been a 1 second in and out. The deer stand we have set up in there, the windows are a little bit taller, so you gotta lean up and kind of look over. Well, he must have snuck in there when we weren't looking, and he knew something was up because he didn't eat the peanut butter. He didn't eat any of the bait. He was in and out. We got one trail cam picture of his butt, and that was it. So he knew something was up. I was told some of the tips online. They said if a bear moves the logs off the bait pile to not touch them. Well, I moved one of the logs thinking he'd have better access to the bait. Maybe I shouldn't have. Or he realized there was no peanut butter, and this guy loves peanut butter. We've been going through bulk peanut butter jars like you would not believe. So we sat last night. Didn't come out. We put peanut butter out there when we left. A half a jar full. I mean a big jar. Go out there this morning. He pulled that one log out of the pile and licked all the peanut butter off of it. Well, we sat today till about 11:30. He didn't come out. He was out 5 times during the day yesterday. So it's 1 o'clock. We're going to head back out there. Hopefully he appears. Hopefully, bears are smart. Hopefully he didn't go out there in this hour we've been out of the stand, lick all the peanut butter and disappear. But all you can do is hunt, try harder, stick out there, and hope for the best. I hope Steph puts down her first bear tonight. I'd be so jacked for her. Stay tuned. out, Steph. It was probably 20 yards. I mean, Steph was shooting downward out of the stand.
I'm all lightheaded, I don't even know.
Well, guys, after all that excitement, big time low. We played back the footage in super slow motion.
Yep.
And Steph missed that bear.
Just
He's got a heck of a headache right now.
barely.
We watched it in regular motion and it looked like a definite good hit. He arched and kind of reached back behind his shoulder, to me it looked like.
Yeah.
And we thought, you know, that was for surely a good hit. Well, all of a sudden it's like we don't see any blood, we don't see any hair. I'm not seeing any signs of a hit. So we played it back in super slow motion to try and get a direction on where he was going. And we shot. And we went over there and I finally found the spot where the bullet hit. No blood, no hair, no signs of a hit at all. There's where the bullet hit.
Like it.
That's where Steph shot from.
It was like he was at so much of an angle, like it just grazed right past his shoulders, right behind.
Yeah. Went past that front shoulder, underneath his chin.
Yep.
She dang near had a headshot,
Oh.
which is not what we wanted.
No,
but
definitely not.
you know, if we would have waited for him to go around this clump of brush to the bait pile over there, she would have had a broadside shot. But you just don't know. I've had deer cut through here and keep on going and not come back around. But he's pretty stuck to that peanut butter. We should have.
Right. We should have waited.
But that's hunting. You just
Right.
don't know if you're going to have that opportunity again. You see a decent opportunity, a great opportunity, you take it. Steph thought she had a good hold on him and good shot, and it just barely grazed him.
Just barely.
Didn't even graze him. It was
It might have
so
trimmed
close.
some hairs off.
Yeah.
Like barely.
That's hunting. There's so many ups and downs in hunting. You get
Right.
excited. We had our hopes up there. We'd never shot in a bear, either one of us. There's never been a. I don't think my dad's never shot a bear. I don't think my grandpa's ever shot a bear. None of us have.
I've
so
never even seen a bear that close.
it wasn't until this spring that we had a bear outside this woods. That was the closest one we'd ever seen, and it was just like, oh my God, jaw dropping. In our area, we're not in the bear zone. You get towards up in Grigla, Goodridge, and down towards Bemidji, there's a lot of bear, but
A lot.
we're kind of in the middle of no lakes and no bear.
Right.
Minimal bear. But, so I guess we will be still bear hunting.
Right.
I don't know if that bear is going to come back into this spot. We'll see. It might just push him to come out at night.
Right.
He likes that peanut butter a lot, so he's probably going to come back. But
Or else we'll have to put up a new bait station somewhere.
that was a kind of a, I don't know.
I am relieved though that we're not searching for a bear.
In the
That
dark.
we slow mode that whole shot everything and
Sure
figured
is
out
nice, yeah, with the cameras and the technology nowadays. I just,
That
went back,
wasn't
played
a
it slow
for sure
motion,
hit.
and we wouldn't be spending 2 hours looking out in the woods for a bear.
and then be disappointed that you can't find it. You don't know if that bear is suffering, but now we know for a fact that he's not suffering.
But, sorry guys for all the excitement. We
Yeah.
thought we had one in the bag there, and we didn't. So that happens. Stay tuned up North Outdoor Madness. It's not always a good ending,
No.
but there's an ending. But we'll be back out here next weekend and the evenings to come during the week, and we'll try it again. It's all you can do.
Yep.
Try again.
camera's packed away, we're packing up the rest of our gear, when all of a sudden that raccoon decides to take off, and all of a sudden Steph says, bear, bear, bear. We had just 20 minutes left of shooting light, but I got the camera set up, and I can barely pick out the bear on the camera. But Steph can see it in the scope, and we can't pass up this chance. There was no camera light, but with infrared and some editing, we were able to capture the moment we've all been waiting for. Right now, this bear is digging through the logs for the one thing it would come back for multiple times a day. To be exact, the 5th time on this day. Peanut butter. Big scoops of creamy peanut butter.
Just ready to pack up, and I was watching that coon. He was eating that peanut butter, and all of a sudden he started looking around like something wasn't right. He busted out of there. I was looking around thinking maybe that bear was sneaking in, and I never seen anything. So we started packing up. All of a sudden Steph's like, bear, bear. We were going to get out of the stand early and not sit till the end because we wanted to get out rebait, put some bait out for tomorrow morning, and then sit all day tomorrow, because he came out 3 times today. All of a sudden, he's right there. We've still got legal shooting hours left. I mean, we're down to the last probably 20 minutes. Of course, I mean, cameras in the woods, that last half an hour, it's tough. It gets really dark. I forgot to turn the microphone back on, so we didn't even get to hear the shot in the replay. But he bit behind his shoulder. Kind of ran 2-3 yards, crashed to the ground behind that terrible brush that we left out in the middle of our food plot for some odd reason.
Yeah.
And he's been in the woods, crashing, huffing and puffing.
Very heavy breathing.
Super heavy breathing. I don't know, but it's been an hour now, and we
haven't heard a movement for
probably 15 minutes, 10
maybe
minutes.
20.
Yeah. But he was crashing over and over, huffing and puffing. I don't know if we hit one lung. This is our first time bear hunting. We don't know a lot about bears, so I'm texting, some people that bear hunt quite a bit, and they're thinking maybe it's a one lung. I don't think we hit any limbs, because the way he was huffing and puffing, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right to me, but I'm not a professional bear hunter, so. And I've seen pictures of 3-legged bears. They get around just fine, so I can't imagine him crashing over and over, 30, 40 yards away. We're going to stick it out and wait a while, see if we can hear anything else. I don't know if we're going to go tonight or if we're going to try to let him lay there and bleed out. I really don't want to leave him overnight because that meat will be wrecked.
Right.
I mean, you can still mount him, but I don't want to lose that much meat on a big bear. So just stay tuned with us. Sorry for the lack of footage. I mean, it was... Yeah.
We almost didn't expect him to come back out tonight because, like Cody said, he was here 3 times already.
Yeah, I mean, he's been here 3 times today, so we were going to go put new bait out and just come out tomorrow and sit the whole day.
Yep.
Well, we have the heater rolling. It got pretty cold pretty fast. That sun disappeared. We've been listening to that bear on and off. We haven't heard anything for, I bet, half an hour now. Really not sure what to do. Us being, this is really our first year bear hunting. We've got a lot of friends that have bear hunted, so we're getting all these opinions, and we've heard this bear flop over and over, but now it's been quiet for half an hour. We haven't heard a death moan. Everybody always talks about this death moan, but not really sure what we should do, if we should stick it out and come out in the morning. But again, like I said earlier, I do not want to lose all that meat. Everybody's got a different opinion on bear meat, but we haven't had the chance to try it or do anything with it, so I don't want to waste it.
No.
So we're just chilling here with the heater on. Thankfully, I had a propane tank hooked up to it. and we're just kind of deciphering on what we should do.
Which to me is scary because it is pitch black out there, and we're going after a pitch black bear.
Yeah.
And
you don't know if that thing, he could be dead.
He could be.
He could be just resting.
But the way he was huffing and puffing, I would love to think that he's done. But just a little bit of a chance that...
He huffed and puffed so hard. We've had one of our buddies, he's a pretty big bear hunter, he was wondering if maybe one lung was it. I understand that they're a tough animal, they're a big animal, and he's saying that maybe it hit one lung. You know, we don't want to push it because I guess they don't bleed very much like a deer does.
Right. And we know the area where he is right now.
Right now, as we're sitting in this deer stand, I can about guarantee you he's 40 yards away max. As long as he wasn't sneaky, because it didn't sound sneaky over here. Every time he tried to move, it was a crash.
Right.
I mean, a crash, like trees were falling.
It's like he'd take a couple of steps and then just fall down.
I don't even know if he was making full steps. I think he was just kind of trying to, and it would roll over. But I don't want to go jump a pissed off bear.
No, definitely not.
And lose our chance at this trophy. I don't think it's the biggest bear in the world, but it's the biggest bear we've ever shot at.
Right.
And as of tonight, the biggest bear Steph's ever hit. I know why we keep getting texts asking if we're excited. Well, it's hard to be excited until you've actually put your hands on this animal.
Right.
It's really nerve-wracking. We've already been excited over this bear once, thinking that Steph got it, and
yeah.
We're not going to let that happen today until we actually touch that beautiful animal.
Right.
So, we're going to sit here in the dark. Thankfully, we're in an enclosed stand, so it's not quite as creepy.
As a young huntress, I didn't recognize the importance of hunting in my life. I was just excited for the chance to hunt. Coming from a family that wasn't that big into hunting, it never seemed like anything more than a once-a-year thing. And then I met my husband, who involved me in all of his hunts, and it became something that is year-round, from planting plots to building stands. He has turned my hunting world into so much more. I went from rifle hunting whitetail at a young age to hunting with a bow, rifle, shotgun, and muzzleloader and not missing a season. The hunting community in our area is so strong. To have our friends show up at 3 a.m. just to see my first bear and help me cape it out so I can hang this trophy on the wall forever, it's absolutely amazing. We had a few ups and downs through this bear hunting season. Some misses, some mistakes, but hey, that's hunting.
Closer to 4 than it is to 3. Not quite. It's a quarter of the way there. Yeah, you're right. You can't handle all of that.
Well, as you guys can see, almost 5:15 in the morning. It has been a super long night. Sorry that we put the camera down, but we'd love to say that Steph got her first bear. First bear down, first bear for the Peters hunting clan. It was an amazing night, but I've never seen an animal take so much work.
Right.
We waited those 2.5 hours. You know, we heard her out in the woods. We didn't really know what to do. We finally snuck out. Waited a little bit longer. We went back out there. Me, Steph, Rodney Adet, my dad. We all searched and searched and searched. Found 2 blood spots. I mean, 2 puddles of blood.
Yeah.
Found kind of a trail. We searched everywhere. Couldn't find this bear. We were out there for an hour and a half, I bet. Just going to give up and walk out, and I see kind of one more path, and I'm like, I'm going to take a left here, go down this path. All of a sudden, 8 yards away, there's a big black bear. I mean, big black bear down. We don't know if it's still, if it's wounded or if it's done. I'm like, Dad, get over here, big black bear. Steph's looking at it. She's jumping up and down, screaming, and I'm like, whoa, Steph, shh.
Be quiet.
Be quiet. We don't know if it's, all the way done, and yeah, we don't want to spook it, and
track a wounded bear.
Not good.
Well, we snuck up and it had been done for probably an hour and a half or longer. We waited, but that's okay. You know, you don't want to jump a wounded animal, especially a wounded bear,
Right.
and have to track that. But so then we started the real work. Little did we know how much work is involved in a big bear. They are absolutely freaking heavy. Well, luckily I have some buddies that have a taxidermy shop, and they decided they were going to come out and help us cape it out. Well, they were kind of figuring that we were going to have this thing waiting for them to be caped out. Little do we know it's still not out of the woods. They show up and they're like, where's it at? Well, it's out in the woods. So luckily for them, they got to help us get it out of the woods. So big thanks to Marcus Waterworth, Brandon Kostrisky, and Craig Rosiniak. If it wasn't for you guys, we would still be staring at that bear for this morning, and nothing would be done, because it was just amazing how heavy it was. We had 4 guys. What we did was we cut down a popple tree, and we tied both front legs and back legs together and put that popple tree in between there, and we put 2 guys at each end and just kind of plowed our way through the brush. But
She was a big girl.
Big bear. Congrats to Steph.
She weighed 312 pounds.
All of 312 pounds. But it's 5:20 in the morning. We'll probably fill you guys in a little bit more on the story tomorrow. We're just so tired we can't think.
Yeah.
Can't even hardly function straight. So we're going to go maybe eat some breakfast, take a shower, get some sleep, and we'll probably bring you back out to where it all went down. Kind of explain the story a little bit more tomorrow, possibly. And, yeah, big thanks to Dad, Rodney Adet, all you guys for coming out and helping us.
Yes.
If it wasn't for you guys, oof, I don't even know what we would have done. But this has been another episode of Up North Outdoor Madness. Big bear down. Congrats to Steph. We got to figure out where we're going to put some... I mean, we have no wall space.
No.
We need to get a new house built ASAP.